I think there's some confusion in the general public around the role of casinos. I think it's easy to assume that tribes with casinos on the reservation are very wealthy because we have the impression of Vegas and casino leadership, but also we're aware of the numbers of poverty and education levels and things like that. Can you talk a bit about the role of the casino in tribal life? I think just in general, but also with your specific tribe affiliation on the Flathead Reservation.
Sure. For I think that it's important to acknowledge that government structures use gaming as a source of revenue. I think states do that, and tribes as sovereign nations have the right to choose to do that. And there are some tribes that do that, and they're doing it in highly populated areas, and they are generating a large amount of wealth. And I think that is wonderful, that works for them. For our tribe, we have decided we don't do class 3 gaming, we do class 2 gaming. So it's not casino style. It's different standards that have to be met, and it's definitely not at the level. I think of gaming as a source of revenue, and it is an enterprise. So I've sat on a board for our tribal enterprise for our what's called S&K Gaming LLC. We run
Mhm.
3 small casinos and also a couple of marinas that go along with that because it's on a lake.
Mhm.
So that generates revenue that then goes back into the tribal fund, like the dividend goes back to the tribe, and the tribe then uses that for social services. And now with gaming, for tribal gaming, there are federal regulations around that to ensure that the same as they work with the Fed works with states on regulations, the federal government works with tribes on regulations as well. But I think that the gaming industry is diverse. It is not just a bunch of wealthy
Mhm.
natives. And I know that there's a lot of stereotypes around that. And I think that it's important to see through the stereotypes because they're juxtaposed, right? We're a bunch of wealthy Indians, but yet spend all the gaming money on unhealthy activities. But I don't think that that's so far from reality and what's going on. For a tribe to be able to give dividends to individual citizens, the tribe has to abide by IGRA, the Indian Gaming Regulatory Act, and they have to be fully self-sustaining. They have to be able to cover all of their costs of health. And you know what? It's been a while since I've been in the industry, so I don't want to misquote IGRA,
Yeah.
but I'll just say that they have to be that have enough funding to cover their own health benefits and everything before they can ever give any money to a tribal individual.
Mm.
So that's the some of the stereotypes that are out there are definitely misconceptions, and they're just exactly that, stereotypes, because most of the tribes out there that are doing gaming, that funding goes back into the tribe to benefit the whole community and around the areas of health and well-being. So I would encourage people just to, as any ally would do, just look into it because we do have health issues, but I think that there are other factors around that. But I don't think that gaming in itself is this horrible thing. And I think that it is the option of tribe. And some tribes don't have any gaming, and some tribes
Mhm.
are doing so well at it as and they have every right to do it just as states do. So I think that it's another revenue stream to be able to support the tribe's economic mobility, and that's I think it's something that can be good, and it's something that can have its negative repercussions as well.
Yeah.